Today, our learning goal is I can identify a function when given an ordered pair, get ordered pairs, mappings, or graphs. Okay? A big piece of our next, we're almost to the end of this unit, and we've got this and one more topic, and then we'll be done. Functions. So we've got some vocabulary that we need to discuss. A function is a relationship where each input, which is our inputs are x value, we also call those domains, is paired with exactly one output, which outputs are y values. They're also known as the range. Okay? So a function is a relationship where each input, which is also known as an x value or a domain, is paired with exactly one output, which is also known as the y value or the range. Please pause this if you've not finished. I think we should know what the word linear means. It means straight. So nonlinear means not straight. And it's either curved or zigzagged or something. Domain, big word here. Domain is our x value. An input, these are just different names. It's also known as the independent value. Okay? So the domain is the x value, the input, or the independent value. The range is the y value, the output, and it is known as the dependent value. In the equation y equals mx, y is your range and x is your domain. Okay? So one way you need to be able to distinguish whether something is a function or not is called on a graph. Okay? And we use what's called a vertical line test. And in simple terms, if the vertical line on a graph passes through more than one point or one line segment of a line, it is not a function. So I'm going to demonstrate that here. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to highlight my little points so that you can see them. Okay? And then what a vertical line test is if I take my pencil and draw a vertical line, which is an up and down line, you will notice that I only touch one point every time I draw a line. And I can draw as many lines as I want, but I don't touch more than one point. Okay? It says, now you try it. So I'm going to say this. Look at that line. If I take a pencil, and I'll just do it in pencil, and draw down, do I ever touch more than one part of that red line that I drew when I draw a line down the graph? No. So it is a function. Okay? And essentially, what a function is the x's cannot repeat. So here, let's say the x value is -1 and the y value just for 1.5, okay? So this point right here on the line, okay, is -1, 1.5, okay? Right here on the line, so I got this point, and I got this point, and I got this point, okay? All of them have x values of -1, okay? And that is why when I draw lines down, I am touching more than, I'm going to draw this line out in red so you can see it real well. I am touching more than one part. When I draw my line down, I've touched it here, I've touched it here, I've touched it here, okay? So I'm touching more than one part of that line, which makes it not a function, okay? All right, so that's called the vertical line test, and we can use it for graphs. Another thing they give us is mapping. And mapping is used to identify functions. It's very common. Determine whether each relationship is a function. So I'm going to start using NF for not a function and F for function, okay? So when I'm given ordered pairs, one way to do that is please circle and say your x's. 4, 2, -3, 2. Oh, I said 2 twice. Therefore, this is not a function. All right? Not a function. Now let's look here. When I have mapping, which means all my x's are over here and all my y's are over here, I'm going to cover my y's. And do you notice that when I cover my y's, I see that 2 lines are coming out of number 2 on the domain, which those are my x's. If I see 2 lines coming out of the same number, it's not a function. If I drew these out in ordered pairs, I would have -3, -3 as one pair. Another pair would be 2 and -1 because 2 is mapped to -1. Another pair would be 2 and 4 because 2 is mapped to 4. Here is 4 mapped to 3. Well, remember on this that I just told you to circle your x's, -3, 2, 2. Oh, well, I've said 2 twice, therefore it's not a function, okay? So let's try it. You put your hand over the right side. I only see one line coming out of each number, therefore it is a function. Write F, okay? Put your hand over the right side. Oh, I see 2 lines coming out of the number -4, therefore it is not a function, okay? We're going to practice a few more here on the back, and then I'm going to let you go, okay? Circle the domain and state whether each relationship is a function, okay? So the domain, remember, is your x values, all right? So we're going to say them. Please do it with me. 3, 8, 9, 3. See, if you say them to yourself or say them out loud, I'm telling you, you'll recognize when you say 3 twice really easily. So I said it twice, therefore it is not a function. Now, if it said something, because I don't think we have anything like this, if it said 3, -2, and -3, -2, is that a function? Is 3 the same thing as a -3? No, it's not. So that is a function, because if you have $3, that's a lot different than if you owe $3, okay? So those are actually different numbers, therefore it is a function. I hope that's what you said, okay? So let's do it here. 6.5, 7, 6, 2, 5. Is it a function? I hope you said yes, it's a function. Okay, here we go. So we're going to practice. Put your hand over it. Do you only see one line coming out of each one? Yes, so it is a function. How about here? How many lines do you see coming out of that 3? I see 2. So it is not a function. All right, let's look at number 3. Now it's in a table. I can cover my y's. I'm only concerned if my x's repeat. I've got, again, I'm probably going to do this. 1, 2, 3, because they're not always going to be in order. So 1, 2, 3 is a function. They're all different. Here we go. 4, -2, 5. Is it a function? Yes. Okay. 2, 2, 2. I said 2 3 times. Not a function. Okay. I want you to do 6 and 7. And then I want you to do the 2 vertical line tests down here. And you have to show me these 4 problems. Well, you know what? No, we can't do that. So I'm going to do 6. 2, 6. Is it a function? Yes, because those are different. Yes, this is 6, yes, but I don't care about the y's. I only care about the x's. Remember, it's x, y in an ordered pair. Okay? -3, -2, -1, and +3. Is it a function? Yes. Okay? All right, this is when you're going to use your vertical line test. I'm going to take my pencil. I'm going to draw lines down. This is the line I care about, okay? It's drawn on the graph. Am I touching any part of the red line more than once when I draw a line? No, so it's a function. How about here? Is this a function? No, because I touch here and I touch here, so not a function. Please get your work. It should go really fast. It looks like it's a really big packet. It says function packet. Please make sure you are circling your x's and saying them. Then you're going to do the mapping, which all you got to do is cover. But see, it gets really complicated. Look at this. Okay, so it's much easier and it's easier to see if you'll put your hand over that and say, oh, nope, there's only one line coming from 1, one line coming from 3, one line coming from 4, one line coming from 5, one line coming from 7. Okay, and then we have graphs to do the vertical line test. And if you finish this, there is a quizzes to do. Have a great day.